Lads and ladies, the Sorare Road to Glory returns, and I hope you can all forgive me for my impromptu absence last week. It's winter, it's cold, everyone is fucking coughing, and I got a bit sick. I'm pretty sure I actually died, but when I got to heaven, Zian Fleming looked at me and said, "It's not your time to go."
Welcome to heaven, motherfuckers.
Of course, I have Sorare competitions to win. My life's work is not yet complete, but I'm still of the fairly unwell variety. I feel a bit fucked. Can't be asked to write a script from this point onwards, so we're just going to see what the fuck went down last game week through my unfiltered mind. So looking at the Premier League winter tournaments then, my Fulham and Burnley stack did not go too well. I think Jay Rodriguez did do a goal in a 5-0 win against Sheffield United, but obviously Fulham lost 4-3. I captained Leno because I thought on the odd chance that Fulham, keep a clean sheet against Liverpool, Leno's going to get a very good score. He conceded 4 goals. That's a lot of goals to concede, and one of them was an own goal as well, and he still got a fairly okay score, all things considered, 25 on the all-around score there. Obviously shows he was a fucking busy man against Liverpool. Just, it's Liverpool, can't expect too much, not too disappointed about that one. But the one that is sort of bothering me slightly is this Burnley stack here with obviously Pickford in goal. He kept a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest. Happy days, good for him. I came 70th out of 3,000 people, which is pretty good. 400 points, which is pretty good. And I won $30 of Ethereum, which is pretty good. I won Jordan Bayer as a reward, and obviously I've not paid the expensive money for James Trafford, but the rest of them, they're not great players in the Premier League. I would say this collection probably cost me about $30 to $40. So I've pretty much won that back in one game week, which was sort of the main aim of a Burnley stack. Obviously, they beat Sheffield United 5-0, which is one of the favourable fixtures for them. So, I've made good use of that, and it's essentially paid for itself, and it'll be even better now if Burnley end up getting relegated, because a lot of these players would probably smash it in the Championship. But the thing I'm most annoyed about with winning $30 here is, I got 91 from Taylor, 96 from Brownhill, 95 from my captain Koliosha, who went off injured for Burnley in their latest game against Wolves. But then I've got 45 from Johan Goodmanson, who was benched. I didn't expect him to be benched, neither did Play Sharper. But the obvious thing here that bothers me is Burnley won 5-0, so if we go and look at some of their other players, you can already see here, Amdouni fucking smashed it. He got an 88, which is obviously very nice. If we scroll down a bit further, fucking Jordan Bayer over here also got an 88. If I put either of them in, I'm looking at, roughly 40 to 50 more points. If we go to the first page, I don't think it's enough to break the top 10, but 10th is on 4, 5, 6, so you're looking at 4 or 5 points. That would put us solely, squarely in 15th place, and if we then check the prize pool, 15th place would be a lovely fucking $100. Oh, $100 is more than $30. I've done the maths on that, so that is, unfortunate from me that I got my selection wrong there if I picked either of them, because I was debating putting either Bayer or Amdouni in over Goodmanson, but I thought, Goodmanson, midfield battle against a lower team, Sheffield United, he'll do well on the wing there when the ball comes out wide to him and he drifts inside, but, that wasn't the fucking case. Clearly, I know fuck all about football. So, I guess fuck Burnley. Aren't fucking though. What the fuck else happened? Premier League specialist, 336 points, good win for Everton. It's just not enough these days, though. Everton won 1-0. McNeil, obviously my captain there, did all right. I kind of wanted Martinez and Pau Torres to get a clean sheet at Bournemouth. That did not happen. Serie A specialist, this one's tough to look at because I got 354 points. And again, I'm still a long way away from the prize bomb, 150 places away. So obviously my common selection there was fucking awful. I didn't really research it this week. I sort of just picked someone I knew he was starting and went with it, and it did not go well. Swasulo were 1-0 up as well with 20 minutes left, and they fucked it. Seems like Toljan didn't do enough there, but that's unfortunate. La Liga, don't care. French League specialist, Lyon are fucking shite. They lost the Lens 3-2. Nuama did alright, but the rest of them, can go fuck themselves. I don't fucking know. Bundesliga, same story, different country. Wolfsburg, fucking awful. Cap 240 limited. Won the Ethereum here, that's nice. That was with Menzel's game originally suspended as well, and they played on the Monday, so luckily he carried me over the line there to get me $5. I like $5, that's very nice. And then these next two teams here, so if you look here on the fucking little sidebar, I got a DMP here in Cap 270 with Diamande, and then a DMP here with Sorare in All-Star Limited. And you can see in both teams got some decent scores, right? And 87 and 97 from Coffee and Zorgan, and then All-Star Limited, Masip with an 86, a penalty save from him, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, 2-1, a 2-1 loss actually, but a good score nonetheless. And then Jordan Bayer obviously got a good score for Burnley, so it's I'm getting these decent scores, and they're all just in the wrong fucking teams doing absolutely fuck all. I've then got this Challenger Europe team, which I just fucking hate it. I really fucking dislike this Celtic team I have. Yeah, they just fucking wind me up. I don't know, there's something about them. I just don't fucking like them. I don't win anything with them. I spent a fucking lot of money on them at the time as well. I'm pretty sure I spent like 100 quid on Callum McGregor when Limiteds were at their fucking peak. Same with Carter Vickers. I don't even want to fucking know how much I spent on Turnbull. That's a scary one to prospect in the mind. But yeah, it just, 317 points, not a bad score. Just don't win anything. You need like 350 plus these days minimum to get a tier 5. I don't know, they're just not been working lately. Yeah, SDI Bar, they've won 1 game out of 4 since I bought them, and they actually lost this one in the last minute as well, last kick of the game. So that was really unfortunate. One of their defenders got sent off as well in the first half, so it was always going to be tough. I didn't expect the forwards and midfielders to get good scores at that point, but Zidane was on for a very good score. He had a 26.7 all-around score, obviously the clean sheet score. Same with Arbia, but, it wasn't meant to be, whatever. Cap 240 rare, just fucking dog shit, like dog shit central, dog shit city. We're in the station, we're getting off the train, and we are going to go visit some dog shit cafes in this dog shit lineup town. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but Mele Meulenstein, he has been fucking awful this season. He was fucking amazing last season, got some really good scores. Should we do the old Sorare data check? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's get crazy. And here we go, Meulenstein. We can see on Sorare data, if we look at this season from 397, that is, like, he's had 3 green scores of 60, 63, and 73. He's just been shit, man. A lot of reds as well. But then if you look literally on the cuff, as it cuts off, like, look at his scores towards the end of last season. He was banging some great scores. Obviously, Vitesse have been fucking diabolical this year, which doesn't help. But yeah, it's just not worked out with Meulenstein this year. And obviously, Martins, I got wrong. Not that it fucking mattered, because this team was nowhere near hitting the threshold anyway, really. And Zelenika didn't get a great score and a 2-0 loss. Like, he's been very good so far, but bad week for him. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be. And then this is, without a doubt, the most annoying or maybe funniest thing about this team is Daniel Bachmann has been, like, dropped from Watford. I spent 400 quid on this guy, and I put a comment on Twitter here. You can see it on the screen now with the, the thing. Maybe it's there, but, it's what it says on the fucking tin. Like, I bought a keeper who was captain of his team on a 4.5-year deal and started every game of the season. Like, what could realistically go wrong? And then within 3 fucking games, he's got injured, fucking a red card, and dropped. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've done the research, I've done everything right. Like, I know everyone says, oh, I'm so unlucky with buying cards and, stacks and blah, 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 but I genuinely feel like I would be one of the most cursed managers out there if we ran, like, a fucking cursed manager simulation thing stuff. Basically what I'm trying to say is, like, just get to fuck. Like, how does that happen? That's quite mad. And then the last team, the Cap 240 Super Rare team, and this also pissed me off to no end. Obviously, I need 280 points. I got 237 points, so 43 points off. Close, but no cigar. Obviously, it's annoying that Diego Liti's game was suspended because of snow, but I also knew that was coming, so, like, I sort of, in my mind, was going to get a replacement and sort out someone else to fill in the gap for him, like, because I don't think Diego Liti probably would have done too well against Bayern Munich anyway, probably wouldn't have got the 43 points I needed. But if we check the offers I sent out prior to the game week locking in, so I went for a Chihan Chanik there, of Standard Liège, didn't get him, but wasn't too interested in him. The main guy I wanted was Carol Lanetti of Torino, mostly to line up with my Sanabria up top. So I was putting offers in to someone who had him, ironically trading Mele Meulenstein, who got sent off this weekend, so that also would have been nice to get him out of Cap 240 rare, but 2 birds, 0 stones, or some shit, I don't fucking know, just don't throw stones at birds, okay, birds are nice. Basically, I didn't get Carol Lanetti, and if we check his score out, Torino won 3-0, Carol Lanetti started, he got a 57, so, like, I could have bought him for about 0.05 Ethereum, and if I had, I would have won about 0.01 Ethereum from Cap 240 Super Rare, so, instantly would have paid for itself with a bit of profit, would have had an extra super rare card to utilize in the account. It would have all worked out very nicely. The offers got rejected. It just didn't come off for me, and that's just fucking annoying to look at, because it's like, Life has got 73, good score. Sanabria, got a goal. He's back in the starting lineup right now, so I need to utilize that while I can. It's just a shame to miss out on getting the threshold there when we were so close. But I also feel like I played it smart in my head, because I don't want to overpay for a Carol Lanetti. Like, he's not a high scoring card at all. If we look at him on Sorare data. Like, his limited costs nothing, his rare costs nothing, and that's because if you look at his scores, like, they're fucking shit. Like, they are fucking awful scores. Never hit a green score in the last year. Like, they're not good. In fact, last weekend was his highest score in a year, ironically, the weekend I wanted to buy him. I told you, I'm cursed, there's the proof. So I don't want to just buy this shit super rare card and have him stuck in my account, never be able to offload him just to use him for one game week, essentially. Obviously, this case, it would have paid off, but, you know, long-term thinking smart, Carolinetti is just not a card I really want in my account. It's just annoying that it could have worked out this game week, so essentially a $30 game week could and should have been a $300 game week. All the decisions going wrong were on my end of the spectrum. I hear spectrum a lot in my life. It's a common phrase that gets banded around. I don't know. It's just a frustrating game week, and I'm ill as fuck. It was just one of those, like, I was like, oh fuck. All right, I guess we'll just fucking blitz through a Premier League winter lineup, see who my players have got. So Everton's tough fixture, so it's probably going to be a Fulham stack here going strong. Who do Burnley have in the end? So Burnley got Brighton away. That's going to be pretty tough. So I guess the main stack this week will be Fulham orientated. Palhinha, they've been playing Jimenez a lot recently, still not scoring a lot of goals, but he's going to be the man that goes in. And Harry Wilson, not super strong, but home against West Ham, things could happen. I'll check play sharper and see what the sitch is if everyone's about to play, and we're just going to fucking captain Palhinha, fuck it. Why not? I'm going to go to cap 240 rare now. We'll see what's cracking here. Obviously, I know Mulenstein is not an option. You know, I'm hoping Backman's back in, but we talked about that. Not sure he will be, so Zelenika will be the keeper. I do want Sarlija in, but, you know, that's quite high on the blue hexagon cuts there, so we're going to have to see if we can do so. And then Edo Kiambe, he was actually a really good low points cap player recently. He's been like 34, 35 for ages. He scored a few goals recently, so he's up to 46 now, so may not be able to get him in, but he has firmly cemented his place in the Watford lineup, as has Livermore there, who you couldn't see over my face cam. So we'll go with Livermore for now. Not the best options in midfield in my account, honestly. That's definitely something I need to improve, you know, probably for next season at this point. Honestly, my next plan of action is to get another super rare card and then maybe some MLS super rare and rare cards to expand there. So we'll go Zian Fleming here, and this is tough. This is tough. And actually, this is a great option here because I've got 40 blue hexagon cards left, and I've got Ryan Andrews on a last 15 of 40, and he is definitely going to start because Ngakia, the usual starting right back for Watford, is injured right now. So Ryan Andrews has been his debutant in his place, so Ngakia there. He'll be good when he comes back, but for now, I think that's a pretty solid Cat 240 team. I didn't see who Mill were playing. Cardiff away, yeah, Fleming could do stuff there. Realistically, I should captain Sarlija, but we've got the Lord and Saviour Zian Fleming in this team. He is the captain. I think that's that unwritten rule for me. If Zian Fleming is in a team, he will be leading the line. And let's do one final team to call it a day. All-Star Limited. I mean, you know all of the Sorare Euro Profit Challenge teams by now. You got your Wolfsburg, you got your fucking Leon stacks. They're fucking dog shit, but, you know, they're going to be the team. So let's look at what other cards I've sort of got available here in the account. Livakovic is probably going to be the one here. He should start, and, you know, he's not been getting great scores recently, but if Fenerbahce keep a clean sheet, as, you know, you hope they would a lot of game weeks, that's a good player to have. Arbia is an option, although he'll probably go in second division Europe. I think I'm going to go Josip Sutalo, you know, Ajax at home to Sparta. So we've got the Croatian duo at the back there. Both Zagreb cards, neither at Zagreb. So that's certainly something. Midfield, I spent a good fucking 30 seconds moaning about Celtic, so I might, you know, just not put them in a stack this week. I'm going to put fucking McGregor here away at Killy into this team, and I'm going to put no other Celtic players in. Fuck the Celtic stacks. They need to be in the bin. Not a fan of them. And then, fuck, my forwards are fucking shit. I've just seen the player who I think this will be. Like, it's not great, but Duvan Zapata, he will be up front with Sanabria. Obviously, I'll double check everything on Play Sharper, but, you know, he's a player that will start. He scored 2 goals last week, I think, actually. So, I mean, he's hitting a bit of form. And we're going to chuck him in there. Fuck it. Yeah, why not? And then the extra player, I got to be careful. Like, I kind of want to put Çalhanoğlu in there, but at the same time, is this really a team that can compete at the top end of All-Star Limited? Probably not. So do I want to waste him in here, essentially? It wouldn't be a complete waste, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll save him for Serie A Specialist. See if there's any other options about that I fancy chucking in here. Like, Romain Favour's an option, but tough fixture against Marseille. Pekovic still injured. Bastoni still injured. Di Lorenzo away at Juve. I would have chucked him in if he had a good fixture. Yeah, you know what? Fuck everything I say. I'm a fucking dipshit. I'm just going to put Çalhanoğlu in. And I'm going to captain him because he's got 67 last 15 for a fucking reason. Dude's fucking lit. So But there's the team, there's the video. It's probably actually a longer video than usual, just because I'm not doing a script and all the usual shtick I do. So if you stuck around, fair play, you're a stronger-willed man or lady than I, and I'll catch you next time when hopefully I am less in the bin. Because I love you.